Lindsey Brown, Washington. Thanks for joining us. It was supposed to be a Juneteenth celebration of black independence, but a gunfight erupted last night during a northeast Oklahoma City block party, and 2 people were shot. When police arrived, they were pelted with rocks and bottles. News Team 4's Doug Schimel has more on that story.
They heard 22s, shotguns, 9mm.
A shotgun blast from a passing car into a crowd of about 200 people brought a hail of return fire.
Everybody was just running all over the place. I mean,
they were really just shooting up everybody. Pow, pow.
Just guns.
There was a
lot of gunfire?
Yeah, it was a lot of gunfire.
Hey, man,
Police say the crossfire came from rival gangs, hitting 2 people and triggering a panicked stampede toward George Akoff's restaurant.
I didn't know how. I didn't know whether to just let them in or keep them out. You know, basically, I know they wanted to get out of the gunfire and everything, just like we did.
Daylight revealed all the debris and broken glass from what had been a full-scale assault on police who had arrived on the scene.
We had several officers that were hit with bottles. Luckily, they were wearing their vests, and they were mostly hit in the back. We had one Lieutenant Hatfield from Will Rogers who was hit in the head with a rock.
Block party organizers say the riot erupted outside their barricades and claim they're not to blame.
That could have happened with or without, because all the teenagers up and down 23rd and Lincoln, because they have no place to go, because the city council has took away all the parks from to have recreation in.
Police have asked that the banner be taken down here, and they have pulled the permit for the remaining festivities. And they say because of all the problems here over the last couple of years, they will recommend to the city council that there be no block party here next year. Doug Schimel, News Team 4.
Event organizers claim if the riot happened in a white neighborhood, the permit would not have been revoked. They say they're going to file a discrimination suit against the city.
Closing arguments begin tomorrow in the second-degree murder trial of an Oklahoma City doctor charged with killing his wife on the operating table. Dr. Joe Bills Reynolds is accused of killing his wife Sharon during what should have been routine liposuction surgery. On Friday, jurors were unexpectedly sent home for the weekend. Now, prosecutors had planned to call a rebuttal witness, but decided not to.
A doctor in Minneapolis, Minnesota, is sending out announcements to 328 of his patients, informing them he has AIDS. Dr. Philip Benson is still practicing, although he now uses 2 pairs of gloves during any procedure. This will lower the risk of his transmitting the disease to 1%. There are still about 1,000 patients that were not informed of Benson's disease. He says only those that he performed invasive surgeries on need to know about his illness. Meanwhile, 8,000 of the world's leading AIDS researchers are in Florence, Italy tonight for the 7th annual International Conference on AIDS. Calls for help dominated today's opening. Asian and African delegates pleaded before the huge audience for more help from rich countries in fighting the disease.
If the positions will not be changed, this will be against having conferences in countries like the U.S. at this point.
Before today's speeches got underway, thousands of demonstrators protested in the streets. They're demanding the governments of more than 80 countries approve more experimental medications.
A special speaker will be in Oklahoma City next week when the National Baptist Congress of Christian Education meets for teaching and training. The Reverend Jesse Jackson will give a keynote address Wednesday night at the Myriad Convention Center. The Congress, by the way, is the educational branch of the National Baptist Convention. That's the largest black religious organization in the world. A stuntman in Portland, Oregon had a frightening experience today. Shortly after a biplane took off, stuntman Lee Oman, a wing walker, fell off. His life saved only by a safety strap. After unsuccessfully trying to get Oman back into the plane, the pilot used his expert flying skills to lower him into the back of a pickup truck.
Lower, Jim. Lower, 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 lower. Buddy!
Yeah, they got him.
Jim, we got him. He's in the truck. He's in the truck.
Yeah.
Oh, just got a good bump, and that's what the safety cable's for.
Mailer down. That's you.
Whoa, no kidding.
Jesus.
Yeah. Need a new suit now.
Airshow organizers promised that was not a staged publicity stunt. The pilot, meanwhile, says Oman slipped from the bar after it began to rain. That's incredible.
No, it's amazing.
Lucky. Passengers on incoming flight at Will Rogers World Airport had the surprise of their lives today.
No kidding. On the runways below, bombs were exploding at F-16s flying combat missions. The drama of the Persian Gulf War was being played out for the crowd at the Aerospace America Air Show. News Team 4's Jenny Simone reports it was the grand finale to a successful event.
There was the heat of the desert sun, the thumping sound of helicopter rotors, and soldiers in combat seeking out their targets, destroying the enemy's ability to strike back. The liberation of Kuwait, the power of the American arsenal. Spectators saw firsthand how the U.S. military machine paralyzed Iraqi troops, the relentless bombing raids by the F-16, sneak attacks by the A-10 tank killers, and transport planes bringing in ground troops and dropping supplies.
It has really brought the people out. They want to see what this economy has really financed through the years. And this war here has really brought it out.
I was in the military in Vietnam, and it just kind of makes your heart beat fast to see that kind of display of American forces and stuff. It's really great.
It was the war that revived America's patriotic pride. Kids dressed in fatigues, brought home by soldiers they now call heroes.
It's just, patriotic, it's just hot right now. I mean, that's, everybody's talking about it, and everybody's, is doing something with it.
Kind of brought the realism of what went on over there, what our men went through, kind of brought it here, and really was very effective.
The final attack by the B-52, its deafening roar and raids day and night, broke the spirit of the Iraqi soldiers. Jenny Simone, News Team 4.
The stealth bomber and Patriot missile launcher were the big showstoppers this year. Officials say early calculations show as many as 100,000 spectators took in the sights, learning more about the art of flying.
Where the news comes first, 24 hours a day. You're watching News Team 4 with Uzi Brown Washington, Curt Autry, meteorologist Jeff Lazalier, and Bob Berry Jr. with the Sports Special.
Up next, we'll tell you why Sierra Club members in Edmond are mailing hardwood leaves to Oklahoma congressmen. That's when News Team 4 continues.
Arbuckle Wilderness is bigger and more fun than ever before. You'll love our new bear show from Circus of the Stars. And getting lost has never been so much fun as in our new walk-through maze. Now, not only can you ride a pony or a camel, but a llama, too. And best of all is a new pay-one-price admission that lets you enjoy all the rides and attractions as many times as you want. Pick up discount coupons at participating Love stores and... Come feed the animals at Arbuckle Wilderness. The animals are waiting for you.
This is the time of year that a lot of folks are thinking about buying a new or good used car or a pickup and are concerned about the financing. That's where we can help you at Central Bank. Our loan officers can show you the financing plan that is best for you and can usually save you money. See or call us at Central Bank.
Come do your banking with us at Central Bank.
In 1990, Mathis Brothers was Simmons Retailer of the Year for the third consecutive time and America's largest beauty rest dealer.
This year's Beauty Rest line is the best we've ever put on our floor, loaded with comfort, value, and fashion.
The legendary comfort of Simmons' patented individually pocketed coils is something you must experience to appreciate.
And with all this, prices start at only $388 for a queen-size set of Beauty Rest by Simmons.
We also sell water beds and adjustable beds made by Simmons in the bedding department at Mathis Brothers, 3434 West Reno.
In a recent Car and Driver New Buyer Survey, luxury automobile owners were asked to rate their cars on overall satisfaction. We were flattered when they gave the highest score in history to the Lexus LS400. After all, there's no one more discriminating about automobiles than their owners, except perhaps the people who decide where to park them. See Eskridge Lexus of Oklahoma City. He'll help you find a better place to park.
The first female chief of the Cherokee Nation has won re-election and by an incredible margin. Wilma Mankiller will move into her second decade as chief of the largest tribe in our state. Former Health Department Coordinator William Dew and marketing consultant Art Nave challenged Mankiller for the position. She defeated them by grabbing 83% of the vote.
The leaf is mightier than the chainsaw when it comes to battling the logging industry in Oklahoma's forest. At least that's what state environmentalists hope as they mount a campaign to stop clear-cutting in the Ouachita National Forest. Today, the Sierra Club held a letter-writing picnic in Edmond. They're mailing hardwood leaves and letters to Oklahoma's congressmen asking for legislation to halt mass logging being planned in the next 10 years.
What we want to see is a change toward individual selection management, where trees are selected and taken out of the forest while preserving the diversity. It's more expensive, but it's much better for the forest.
Arnett says while trees can't defend themselves against clear-cutting, he says their leaves will do the lobbying for them in Washington. Just thought of little leaves walking off with little suitcases there.
I still have plenty of them to rake.
I was going to say something terrible, but I won't.
Go ahead.
Leaves would raise the intelligence of Washington quite a bit.
Yeah.
We would say that.
Ouch.
Just a joke. Just a joke. Hey, it looks like summertime is going to be coming back to Oklahoma this week with very, very warm temperatures. Enjoy the mornings. They'll certainly be the nicest. Tomorrow morning we'll see 67 and we'll get up near 90 for a high. Stick around and I'll tell you about it.
Scramble, scramble. Your Oklahoma City Pontiac Pack and GMC truck trading team have joined forces in a massive sales mobilization of 80 cars and 50 trucks. The officials of the Aerospace America Air Show gave them all a short test flight, so we've shot prices down for a fast takeoff on 1991 Grand Ams, Grand Prix, Bonneville Sunbirds, and GMC Sierra extended cabs and extended safaris priced to fly off the lot. But you better scramble or they'll all fly away. See Jackie Cooper, Bob Moore, Bob Howard, Joe Coker, and Ferguson.
It was horrible. Our surf commercial. Kevin comes home from college with disgusting laundry. P.U. Look out. There goes the neighborhood. Hey, boy. Newton's out. So's Kevin.
Boss. That's okay on dirt, but only new system surf gets out tough odors, too.
Before surf.
Yuck. And after.
Yes. For really bad dirt and odors, use new system surf.
Ozark Mountain Country offers country fun and country music, exciting rides, more country music, and fun like this.
A time for flying turns, butter churns, bubbles and balloons.
Silver Dollar City is the fun of a time gone by.
A time for working play, old time play, here in country tunes.
Come back to better times.
Silver Dollar City.
Get away to Ozark Mountain Country, Springfield, Missouri, south to Branson and the Lakes.
The Ford F-150 spacious cargo box will hold 75.6 cubic feet of whatever you choose to put in it. But, to be perfectly fair, the Chevy C-1500 will also hold 75.6 cubic feet of cargo. Of course, only 60.5 of it will fit in the back.
Right now, save $2,600 on this F-150 at your Big 8 Ford dealer. Ford Trucks. The best never rest.
It's mostly fair and 78. It's been a great evening here in Oklahoma City. In fact, across much of the state, temperatures in the 70s and lower 80s. We had some good, strong storms early this morning down in Marshall County. Some places down there getting 4 inches and better of rainfall. And then watch this line of thunderstorms push down towards Houston during the afternoon and evening hours. And a lot of heavy rain down into central and southeast Texas this evening. That's all moving away from Oklahoma with the cool front. And there's another little line of thunderstorms out into the Panhandle, down into southwestern sections of Texas. Moving to the east at about 25. It looks like most of the activity will weaken quite a bit before it gets to Oklahoma, but we still could see a few showers in the Panhandle by morning. Otherwise, temperatures will drop down to the 60s with a little bit drier air in the state. Should be fairly comfortable, about 66 here in the metro. And then we're going to get into a pattern of some very warm to hot afternoons and rather mild nights. We'll see 84 degrees by noon, and by late in the afternoon, up around 89 here in the Oklahoma City area. Several places around Oklahoma should crack the 90-degree mark for tomorrow, with a few thunderstorms down to the south and a few out to the west. The trend we're going to get into, though, is for warmer air to build in a loft and help to stabilize things a little bit. So generally, we're going to get into a very summertime pattern. As we get into Tuesday, there'll be a weak cool front that'll tease Kansas, cause a few storms up there. We'll see about 92 in the metro for a daytime high, and it looks like we're going to see a lot of 92, 93-degree readings for the rest of the week. So get the air conditioner cranked up. I think it's about time for it. Late this afternoon, we did have a few showers over in parts of eastern Oklahoma, but that's been just about it. A lot of rain from South Texas all the way into the eastern sections of the country. Very mild weather up and through the Great Lakes. That will continue there tomorrow, only around 80 up in Chicago, about 84 in New York City. Stormy in the southeast and a few storms in through the plains, but all in all, it looks like a rather quiet day coming up, and we certainly deserve it after the spring we've been through. 66 here in the morning and around 89 for a daytime high with light easterly winds. Should end up to be just a Jim Dandy day. And then about 92 degrees on Tuesday, and it looks like we'll see low 90s for a good part of the week with overnight lows in the mid and upper 60s. So kind of tough to complain about that. Well, I'm sure some will try. Willard's coming. It's scary, but Willard Scott is coming to Bricktown June 19th, which is this Wednesday, I believe. 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. He'll be broadcasting the Today Show, and you can go out and meet him, and if you're having a birthday, take him a picture.
Yeah, be sure Curt. No, Curt said his birthday.
Kurt would qualify for that, wouldn't he?
Thanks for being here.
You bet.
For Jeff
Jeff's taking the day off.
Smart man, Father's Day.
Yes.
Then you're not so smart for
no,
being here.
I'm here.
Leave him alone, would you?
Thanks, Kevin. Still ahead, it's time again to meet another one of Bob's friends who needs a big brother.
You might say he has an arresting personality. He wants to be a police officer someday. We'll meet Jason when News Team 4 continues.
Good evening, I'm Devin Skillian. Hope you'll join us Monday morning for News Team 4 at 6. We've all been on a diet at least once, maybe twice in our lives. What about those who go on rapid weight loss programs? We'll see if there are health risks involved and if those diets should be regulated by the FTC. That's coming up tomorrow morning on News Team 4 at 6.
Hey, Oklahoma, Tom Park once again this Sunday evening here at Lynn Hickey Dodge. And once again, on behalf of all of us here at 39th and North May, hope it was a great Father's Day for all the dads out there. I want to give you an idea of the kind of selection you can expect coming up this week here at Lynn Hickey Dodge. Now, I want to talk about spirits in particular. 91 ES Spirit, the car that beat the Honda Accord in that California survey. Remember this, finance rates start at 6.9%, rebates up to $1,500 depending on the spirit you choose. You might be looking for that new Hot RT, over 220 horsepower multi-valve intercooled engine. It's a sporty little car at a great price. And talk about great prices. How about $99.50 on special purchase 91 Dodge Spirits? Over 100 to choose at just $99.50 or $199 a month. Automatic, air, stereo, front-wheel drive, driver's side airbag, all for $99.50. Why shop anywhere else? Better selection at a lower price is what it's all about. Whether you're looking for a Spirit, pickup truck, van, you're going to find it all right here at Lynn Hickey Dodge.
1/3 of your life will be spent sleeping, so you have to choose your bedding wisely. It's absolutely the most important piece of furniture in your home. At Evans, we're the #1 Sealy dealer in the state, so we have the bedding you want, no matter what your budget. For example, this is the Posturepedic Exquisite. It's a premium Posturepedic that will give you the comfort and support you need for years to come. This is the one I sleep on, the Posturepedic Sublime, and I love it. With a wool layer to keep you warmer in winter and cooler in summer, it's $10.99 for the queen set. Come see the finest bedding made, Sealy at the mall, Evans.
It's a four-strong blast you don't want to miss. Bricktown's second annual July 4th Festival. The fun begins with the official Oklahoma City July 4th Parade, followed by Oklahoma's biggest patriotic bash with live bands, arts and crafts, food, and games for kids of all ages. Plus, a special tribute to honor our Oklahoma soldiers of Desert Storm. There's one place to be on July 4th, and it's in Bricktown, as Four Strong presents Bricktown's July 4th Festival. See you there.
This week, News Team 4's Bob Bruce introduces us to a new friend that wants to be a police officer someday, but right now needs a big brother.
Officer Barber, I want you to meet Jason. Jason wants to be a future police officer, right, Jason?
Yep.
At 9 years of age, Jason needs to be around more people. He can occasionally be withdrawn, mostly due to a lack of opportunity to be exposed to more social situations, something a big brother could help him with.
What is it like to be a policeman?
It's a lot of fun, Jason. It really is. You get to help a lot of people. And
Jason needs a patient, outgoing big brother, one who can help him develop better social skills. Jason thrives on a male influence and listens to their input.
Okay, Jason, I want to show you where you don't ever want to be. You always want to obey the law so you don't ever get put in the back seat of a police car, because that's not a place to be. Go ahead and have a seat back there, and I'll show you some stuff. We always want to obey the law, because if you don't obey the law, you're going to end up in the back seat of a police car and you lose your freedom.
With his arresting personality, Jason would make a great little brother for you. For more information, call Big Brothers Big Sisters of Oklahoma City, 943-8075. Bob Bruce, News Team 4.
And Bob would like to thank Officer Paul Barber for allowing him the use of his squad car.
I bet you Jason would make a great officer.
I think so.
And I think Robert Allen makes a great sports guy.
Bob Berry Jr. not here today. Robert Allen filling in. Tell us about it.
Well, doing my best tonight, Kurt, and golf is definitely in the spotlight on Bob Berry's Sports Special. It's the only tournament that has a full 18-hole playoff to break a tie, and that's what it will take to decide the champion for this year's U.S. Open. We'll wrap up the final round and set up tomorrow's playoff between Payne Stewart and Scott Simpson. In baseball, the Twins were going for the baseball's longest winning streak, at least this season. And then back to golf. We'll hear from two area golf pros about their concern over the tragedy at the U.S. Open when lightning strikes. Golfers better move those spikes. Good advice from Bob Berry's Sports Special up next.
Bring the Baron home tonight. Red Baron frozen pizza.
Oklahoma, Oklahoma, made in Oklahoma.
Made in Oklahoma Oldsmobiles are rolling off the line.
Count on our quality.
And they're on the way to your Olds dealer.
We build them right.
And your Olds dealers price them right. Olds Cutlass Sierras for as low as $12,325 or get $1,000 cash back.
We've got the deal on your Oklahoma Olds.
Cash back.
It's the new generation of Olds.
Now at your hometown Olds dealer.
I was getting thirsty, my tank was low. I looked up ahead and I saw Texaco Star Mart. That was lucky, you see. They had a big old contest waiting there for me.
Come to Star Mart. Drink up a 32-ounce, 79-cent fountain drink, peel off the game piece, then listen to KXY 1340 AM or 96.1 FM for your chance to call and win over $25,000 in cash and trips.
I'm gonna drink up, peel off, tune in till I win.
Recent national polls say Lazy Boy is still the name that 3 out of 4 recliner customers prefer.
Last year, Oklahomans spent over $3 million on Lazy Boy products here at Mathis Brothers, making us their largest dealer.
With their patented rocking recliner mechanism, no other brand even compares to Lazy Boy. Swivel rockers made by Lazy Boy are also tops in quality and comfort with the best swivel base in the business.
They even build one of the country's best-selling and most comfortable sleeper sofas. Shop Lazy Boy at Mathis Brothers, 3434 West Reno.
Thanks for joining us tonight on Bob Berry's Sports Special. And our top story, it's easy. It is from the Lynx, the final round of the 91st United States Open. And the tournament is not quite over yet. It was a two-way battle all day at the Hazeltine Golf Course in Chaska, Minnesota. Third round co-leaders Payne Stewart and 1987 Open champ Scott Simpson both started the day at 6 under. And after a long day on the course, that is where they finished it up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the highlights from, well, the almost final round. You see they had a large gallery. That guy didn't hang around long enough to see Payne Stewart sink this birdie putt on number 3. That gave him the first lead of the day, 7 under. But then on the very next hole, it was Simpson's turn off the green. He chips it right into the cup, and he was now tied for the lead with Stewart. Fred Couples faltered. You see his shot from out of the bushes. Clever. But he finished at 3 under par out of the race. Now, in the middle of the round, Simpson took control. He birdied number 10 here to go 8 under. That gave him a 2-shot lead over Payne Stewart, but he would falter a little later on. Larry Nelson was another of the chasers that never caught up. He did have a fine round of 68, birdied 18 to finish 3 under, tied with Couples. Late in the round, we mentioned that Simpson really blew it. He missed for par here on 15, long par putt. and that dropped him to 7 under. Simpson then went on to 16, and what did he do? He bogeyed again. Here you see another long putt for par. Doesn't quite make it, but Stewart wasn't doing any better at this point. He also bogeyed 16. Then on 18, it came down to 2 putts. Simpson had hit it into the rough. He was putting for bogey. Stewart here putting for his par. He got it. He finished at 6 under. Now Simpson, if he hit this putt, well, it would be a tie in an 18-hole playoff on Monday. He did that, so they will go to 18-hole playoff tomorrow to decide the U.S. Open Championship. We move to a tee time of 12:30 Oklahoma time for Payne Stewart and Scott Simpson. It's the second straight year for a playoff. You might remember last year, Hale Irwin beat Mike Donald in Chicago to win the U.S. Open. It's also 3 out of the last 4 tournaments where there's been an 18-hole playoff. Now, after the round, the 2 players talked about the situation, and Simpson said he really blew it.
Starting the week, I would have been thrilled to be in a playoff for the championship. But, you know, I had a chance to just kind of keep making pars and maybe win it, but I just pulled my tee shots just a little bit on 16, 18.
I'm glad to have the opportunity. I was 2 down with 3 holes to play, and Scott ended up helping me out. I didn't really help myself out. Scott helped me out by making bogey on 16 and 18. So tomorrow I've got another chance to win the golf tournament.
So here's the way it looks with all but 2 golfers through. You see Stewart and Simpson. They'll play tomorrow. Larry Nelson finished at 3 under. Also with Fred Couples. Fuzzy Zeller, a fine round today, 2 under par. Scott Oak at 1 under. Raymond Floyd, great round of 68. He finishes 1 over. Hale Irwin, 2 over. Tom Watson at 3 over. And then you see Nick Faldo also at 3 over. The 2 Oklahomans left. Tom Siegman +4. Bob Tway +5. And rounding out, Jack Nicklaus had a bad tournament for the Golden Bear, and amateur Phil Nicholson finished at +12. When we come back on Bob Berry's Sports Special, we'll see if Minnesota was able to do it. Twins going for 15 in a row, baseball's longest streak this year. And the answer to the old riddle, why did a chicken cross the road? It was to get out of Darrell Waltrip's way in the NASCAR race. We'll wrap up weekend racing after this.
Over 1 million people each week walk into AutoZone, and taking care of them means having what they need when they need it. That means stocking a lot of parts for a lot of cars. Now, nobody can stock everything, but we stock more than most. And how do we know which ones to carry? That's easy. We listen to our customers, because nobody knows better about what you want than you. So the next time you walk through that door, you might think of yourself as a customer, but we think of you as the boss.
Have you been putting off that painting project? Gibson's can help with great buys on True Test Ultra Satin Wall Paint. True Value's absolute best wall paint, only $17.88 a gallon. For a super easy job, get the Wagner Power Roller Cordless Painting System. For interior or exterior use, it's only $48.88. Cool off with a 16-inch oscillating fan with 3 speeds, only $18.88. It's all at Gibson's, 4300 North MacArthur, your complete one-stop shopping store.
Hi, this is Bob Mills. And Bob Mills Furniture and Flex Steel have a free recliner for 5 deserving dads this year, just in time for Father's Day. Now, if you know a deserving dad, send us a card or letter or drop it by the store at Bob Mills Furniture I-40 in Portland. Our panel of judges will select the 5 most deserving dads and present them free with a beautiful Flex Steel recliner. So whether it's Father's Day or just any day, Bob Mills Furniture is the working man's friend.
Thank you for joining us on Bob Berry's Sports Special. Just about everybody picked the Minnesota Twins to finish near the bottom of the American League West, and for a while the Twins were cooperating with those picks. Last 2 weeks, though, they have been unbeatable. I mean unbeatable coming in today. They'd won 14 in a row, and another game with Cleveland made it a good bet to go 15, the longest streak so far this year in baseball. The Cleveland Indians don't have much muscle, neither do their fans, but Kirby Puckett does. He hit this solo home run. That was in the 6th inning, tied the game up at 1 apiece, but this one was going to go extra innings. The Twins had to stretch it out to get 15 in a row. Chili Davis in the 10th hits the sac fly to short left field. Al Newman's going to be fast enough to tag up at 3rd and get home, and that made it 3-2. The Twins added another run. They won it 4-2. We wanted to show you the Texas Rangers and their highlights tonight, but they're still playing in the 11th inning, tied with the Yanks 3-3. Boston shut out California 2-0. It was Baltimore over Toronto 13-8. Moving on, Kansas City over Chicago 9-4. Milwaukee handled the Oakland Athletics 11-7, and Detroit beat Seattle up in the Kingdome 7-3. Now in National League scores, 1-run victory for Montreal over Atlanta. Same for Houston over the New York Mets. Chicago took it on the chin from the San Diego Padres. Pittsburgh tonight beat San Francisco.